Okay, here's another example using convergent modeling of data that's really not very good. And we want to repair this data and try and figure it out. So we're going to use convergent modeling. But there's a lot of challenges. We don't know where the center line is. We don't know a lot about this. So we're going to go in polygon modeling, convert maybe just this half to a convergent body. So now we have a convergent body, so we can actually work on that information. And what we need to do is establish the center line. That's really important. So we're going to paint the facet bodies, and maybe we'll shrink this down a little bit. And I want to paint this face. Try and get as much as I can, and select OK. And then once I have that face painted, then I can like create geometry on it. Okay, once I have that face painted, then I can I'd go into reverse engineering, and I could select the fit surface. We have all these different surface types, and what I want is a closed cylinder, so we could do different types, but I want a cylinder, and I want to select it by color. So if I select this red, it gives me a cylinder. It gives me a radius as to what it is. I could change that number if I wanted to, but I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll select OK. So now I have my radius, and now that I have that, I can put in a datum axis, and I can even put in CSIS. So I have my CSIS, so I'm happy, and now I have something to sketch on. So we can create a sketch, and we're going, now that this is a convergent body, we can create an intersection or a trim. So let's create a sketch on that plane, and we're going to zoom in so we get it right. And then what we'll do is we'll probably use spline in this case. Could use a arc, might be even better, but spline is pretty darn good. So just pull this spline. I want it to travel down the center of that best I can make it happen. So I have that, and we'll do this side too. That's actually pretty good. So we have our spline, and then maybe we'll close it off. And I don't care about constraining it. I just wanted that information. So now I can do an extrude, and we'll say -20 and plus 20, and we'll just create it. So there it is. Actually didn't do it far enough, so I'll just drag this on up. And we want to create this information, so now we're going to use trim. So we're going to trim this body to this convergent face. So now that I have that, I can hide this. And now I really don't know how many times I want to pattern it around, but I know that I want to pattern it. So we're going to come in here in modeling. I'm going to say pattern geometry. I'm going to pattern that about this point. And that vector. So 36 looks to be the right number. I see I do have some gaps going on in between these, so I'll hit OK. And I'll probably have to do a little building to fix the area with the gaps. And there's a couple ways I might want to do it. If I roll the model back, we could try using offset. So offset that face. Okay, we have that. Okay, we've done the offsets. Now if we update the pattern, so there we have it. We might have to adjust the offsets in that a little bit, and then we would unite it together and we have our finished part using convergent modeling. That would take a long time using traditional reverse engineering methods, so that convergent modeling really helps.